that out of the way, we can go right ahead and look at the Team USA roster. Actually, I'm going to see if I can pull up the the roster for you guys right here. Just give me 1 second. And yep, I totally can. There we go. So here are the athletes. We have Ariel Atkins, Shakira Austin, Aliyah Boston, Boston, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner. I'm very surprised to see her on the roster, given how, her backstory and all the things that she's been doing with Russia and things of that nature. Ryan Howard, Sabrina Ionescu definitely deserves to be on the roster. Kelsey Plume. Kelsey Plume. And if you guys are wondering why I'm saying Kelsey Plume like that, it's because a tight end in football, Darren Waller, if you guys know, I'm a Giants fan. He ended up retiring, and kind of might be because of her, might not be because of her. I'm not going to get to dive deep into that, but yeah, Kelsey Plume, definitely a character, and Joelle Lloyd is I don't know. I honestly don't know who that is. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Brenna Stewart, she's fantastic. Diana Taurasi, also fantastic. Aja Wilson, also a great player. Jackie Young, I don't know who that is. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything with you guys when I don't know who some of these athletes are, because women's basketball, it's only really popular for, you guessed it, Caitlin. Why isn't Caitlin Clark on this roster? I don't understand why the WNBA and the rest of its players, they just hate on her. I don't understand why. They have this vendetta against her. Like, they're so jealous of the fact that this woman is this good. And the reason why their sport is now getting attention is because of her. They feel bad. I'm sorry to say it. It seems like this is what's happening. I know, what's her face? I know Diana was on a podcast saying that it's not going to be easy in the WNBA, just already hating on Caitlyn. I know she was on there too, doing on that podcast as well. This is like, it's without a doubt. You guys remember the let me see if I could just expand this a little bit so that way you guys can get a better view. But you guys remember the whole debacle between any of like my old basketball fans that are like that remember the Michael Jordan era. If you guys remember the when Isaiah Thomas, he was on he met the criteria to be selected for Team USA, but he wasn't. This is basically the exact same thing that's going on right now with Caitlyn and not being on Team USA. For whatever reason, I don't understand why anyone would think not to add her onto the team unless there's already going to be chemistry problems with her amongst certain players like her and everybody else on the roster that apparently just doesn't like her for whatever reason. What's really crazy to me is the fact that they aren't like, they're straight it's really like, it's apparent just how much they don't like her, and they don't even give her any kind of respect for bringing the attention to this league. Like, there wasn't going to be any attention brought to the WNBA unless somebody like her came in and shattered that gender barrier, because she broke a record that not even men's players have been able to break since 1970, whatever the heck it was. Like a record that was set before the president of sports that we have right now. And that, with that being shattered, that demands respect, and the rest of the league just isn't giving it to her, and I don't like it. She's the Fever and against the Mystics, the two worst teams in the WNBA right now. They had more people in attendance, 20,333, excuse me, I misspoke, than the NBA Finals Game 1 between the Mavericks and the Celtics, which had 19,000 people in attendance. So the WNBA game had over 1,100 more people in attendance than an NBA Finals game. And it's all because of her. She's also the fastest player in WNBA history to record 200 points and 50 assists. Not a single rookie has done that before. And let me see, what other things has she broken as a rookie? Because there's several more. I just need to find them. There's so many of them. She's also became the first rookie to have a 35-5-3-3 game. And again, like the first rookie to ever do that. No rookie has done that in the history of the WNBA until she stepped foot on the court. And what makes this even crazier is how every single Team USA roster had at least one rookie in the lineup. But now there isn't. And it's all because Caitlyn is not on the roster and everybody else on the team just doesn't like her. I don't understand. Yes, we get it. The rest of you guys can ball. The rest of the team is formidable, and this is one of the most, if not the most dominating Team USA women's basketball roster that the world has ever seen. But it could be so much better adding Caitlyn to the roster. And there's people that are saying, like, oh, she hasn't really adjusted yet. She's only ranked top 6 in rookies, and she isn't even top 2. And the reason why she's not top 2 is because her team is bad. And she's put in literally the worst situation possible, forced to try and dribble through triple team, double teams, because the rest of the team doesn't do anything. I'm sorry to say, but the rest of the team just doesn't help her in any kind of way that benefits to them winning, and it is very sad that she's not on the roster. And I think it's capital punishment, because how could you not have somebody like her on a Team USA roster? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you broke the record for points ever in NCAA history compared to between men and women. That is never going to be broken in the history of basketball, let alone by a man. And please, like, seriously, she's the reason why women's basketball is so popular. It shouldn't like irk these female players like it does. Unless you're on her team and it's like you're getting babied like that and she's getting catered. It's a very big difference. Like, if you're a rookie, I see so many NBA athletes, they give these rookies every sort of praise in the world. It's not all of them, but, some of them, they will give them a lot of praise. But for the WNBA, not a single person aside from the people on her team has seemed to give her praise, and I don't understand why. But that's all I have for this second segment, and that's it for my rant, because let's be real, she should be on that roster. Like, you can get rid of, let's see, I'm going to round off a bunch of people you can get rid of. You could get rid of Chelsea Gray, you could get rid of Atkins, you can get rid of Lloyd, you can't get rid of Ionescu, that I 100% will agree, you can't do that. You can get rid of Jackie Young, you can't get rid of Aja Wilson, definitely cannot. You can get rid of Ryan Howard, either one of those guards you can get rid of, and you will be fine. Even Kelsey Plum, like, oh my gosh, you could totally get rid of Kelsey Plum and replace her with Caitlin Clark. Obviously, Kelsey Plum is a really good basketball player, but I'm just making a joke when I say that, because Giants fan really hurt here. I mean, ugh. But aside from that, she should be on the roster. No question about it, she should be on the roster. And with that, we are out of time for this second segment. So now we will go ahead and go into the third segment, where I'm going to talk about Darvin Ham yet again, because we have some news surrounding Darvin Ham and his future, and he has a future, and it's with a completely new team, and it's with one of my favorite head coaches. You guys are going to know exactly who it is, and I will be right back after this short break to talk a little bit about that, so stay tuned.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk without having to pay for it? GSMC Sports Network is available on YouTube. Just search GSMC Sports Network. Get your fix of daily sports talk shows on YouTube, absolutely free. NFL, college football, NBA, MLB, MMA, UFC, fantasy football, and so much more. GSMC Sports Network has shows running all day long, with new sports shows starting every 2 hours. Just like on your favorite cable sports channel, except GSMC Sports Network is absolutely free. Just search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube to catch one of your new favorite shows, like the GSMC College Football Podcast, Chip Shot Football Podcast, Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, GSMC Basketball Podcast, and so many more. Check it out for yourself. GSMC Sports Network, now available on YouTube absolutely free. Search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube right now.